all white. All white
Welcome to
everything.
another episode of Bench Burner Live. Knuckles knew we were going live right now and still was like talking about his shirt. That's okay. We love him. That's who he is. We're
Makes
talking
it more
about
raw.
UFC.
They get to see into things, man. They
Yeah,
get to see the
for sure. We're talking about UFC 316 Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. Live from New Jersey. We're excited to talk about it. It's going to be a freaking banger, dude. A lot of fun fights to talk about on this card. We'll be talking about every single main card fight as well as one prelim fight. And we also have a question. Knuckles will get to that at the end of the intros. But yeah, we're excited to be here. Squared will shout out our socials. Super stoked. Hope you guys are as stoked as we are for this card. And we appreciate everybody tuning in as always. We love it when people just come and hang out with us for a live episode. Never more fun. Squared, what's up?
Hey everybody. Excited to talk about this card. Follow us on our socials. X is at bench_burner, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, everywhere else you could possibly find us at Bench Burner Sports. Hell yeah. Knuckles, got a question for us.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Knuckles ready for the pay-per-view this weekend. Was actually not even. I'm going to let you into the behind the scenes and the actual thought process of myself. I was not excited for this pay-per-view. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't. There was not very many redeeming things outside of patchy mix fighting. But I have come around to it. Listened to some more podcasts and kind of like gotten myself behind it. I mean, it's always a good day when we get to see Juliana Pena get her ass beat. So I'm looking forward to that. And the main event has actually grown on me a little bit. You know, I don't know, this whole new act from Sean O'Malley. We'll get into that. We'll talk about that later. But excited for the card now. Wasn't before. But I have a question for everybody. We do these during our pay-per-views only so far. Well, we might just start introducing them every week. That wouldn't be bad. And you can respond in the comments below, or you can respond on our posts or whatever. Send us. We prefer if you comment on the YouTube or the Spotify. I think has it. I don't know if Apple Music has comments. I'm sure they do, or Apple Podcast. But leave us a comment because I have a question for you guys, and the question this pay-per-view, and it stems from walkouts and walkout songs. So as you guys know, Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean, walks out to Superstar by Lupe Fiasco. It's like his song now. He like owns it. And it's very iconic. Like it matches him to like a T. I think everybody can kind of say that. And there's been a lot of like really good walkout songs in the UFC in the past, and MMA in general, including Pride. But the question I'm going to ask is, what is the most iconic walkout song / walkout, whatever, and what is your favorite? That is the question of the week. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go last, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the boys go first because I think I went first last time. So Squared, we'll start with you, Squared.
Me?
Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
I've
never been first to answer anything on this.
That's what I was thinking, buddy. I was gonna let you
go. Yeah. For me, it's probably a you could call it a casual pick, but I think the fact that it is a casual pick is why it's that my answer. And that's Volk's Walkout. The song just goes with it so well. Him walking out to versus Islam in their first fight, that moment was pretty special. And then on top of that, it became like a really popular meme, was like the whole, like, this person pulls out Volk 12 seconds later and that song's playing as he's walking out. So that's why for me, it's the most iconic.
Right on. And do you have a favorite?
Favorite? That might be it. It might also be, shit. What was my second? What was my honorary mention? I'm forgetting now.
Rookie.
Yeah, I am
forgetting. It's all good. Hey, if you don't have a favorite, man, it's all good.
I definitely do. But whatever.
That's all good.
Oh, I don't know if this counts as the walkout because he was in the octagon, but when Bryce Mitchell lifted the Bible up and screamed freedom, that's kind of part of the walkout process.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
That was fun.
Vibing to his own beat. Vibing to his own beat. Max, what do you got? What's your iconic walkout?
My iconic walkout is gonna be super basic, but like, how can you not? I feel like it's definitely Conor McGregor's I think it's called
Foggy Dew.
Foggy Dew,
Sinead
yeah.
O'Connor.
Specifically in Ireland with Sinead O'Connor. I just don't know how you beat that. That was fucking chills. I mean,
God, that was gonna be my pick. You son of a bitch. Good one.
you can
Okay.
still pick it. You can still pick it. But
Nah,
hey, that's what you did to me last time we asked the question. So
true.
gotcha.
I got
And then
don't worry.
my favorite is a homer pick, and I'm fully aware of that, and I'm okay with it. Michael Bisping, Song 2 by Blur. Specifically 9 years ago today when he beat Luke Rockhold for the middleweight championship. That was fucking awesome. So
Nice. That's a good pick. Coop is in the chat. What's up, Coop?
and I also love that song, so works out.
Coop, throw your pick in the chat. Throw your pick. What's so I figured you're gonna go with Dustin Poirier's I don't even know the name of the song, but that
Paid the
pretty
cost
good.
to
I
get a
like
ball.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that song. So
He also doesn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. He doesn't always walk out to that. He doesn't walk out to it very often. I don't think.
Switches it up, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
the
think
thing.
he said
Like,
he's walking out to Lil Wayne next time.
well, it's kind of like BJ Penn walks out to like two different Hawaiian songs. You can pick or choose either one.
You know what really sucks is that like some of like Charles, my favorite fighter ever, just walks out to some dog shit Brazilian like kind of sounds like a hill song. Like it's bad. Like they're like all locked in, lasered in, looking like they're ready to end somebody, and then it's just like obrigado, and it's like, dude, how is that the vibe that you're walking out to right now? But
so my
Patreon.
pick for iconic that I can think of is probably Jose Aldo when he walks out to run this town. Like when you hear that beat drop and Jay-Z starts going and you see him doing that like jumping in place, running in place thing that he does, it fucking gets me going every time, dude. I love it. I think he introduced that back. Shit, he's still that song's old as shit. I mean, it doesn't feel like it is, but it is. I think he introduced that against like Uriah Faber or somebody like that. I can't remember exactly, but I remember
late 2010
when he walked out to.
It's like a late 2010 song, I think.
That's what I was thinking. When he fought Chad Mendez, I think in Brazil or whatever. Can't remember who he fought in Brazil. Walking out to it. Did he not fight him in Brazil? I don't know.
No. I meant to say late 2000s, not late 2010s, because it was not late.
Oh yeah, fuck, I'd be worried if it was.
When you said that, I was like, did he mean like 2019 or did he mean like late 2010, which is
like
just
2000,
really
that's
specific.
what I was reading.
Late 2000s is what I meant.
Anyway, but I mean, it was hard for me to pick a favorite, but I think my favorite is because he was one of my first favorite fighters in the UFC, and he's one of the guys that saved this company. Forrest Griffin walking out to "I'm Shipping Up to Boston" by the Dropkick Murphys. When you hear that song drop, you know Forrest Griffin's coming up. I don't even know if he's Irish or not, but it's just like I associate it with Forrest Griffin because it encapsulates him as a fighter. It's like very dynamic, very energetic, very just I don't know how you call it. He's just raw, and that song's pretty fucking good.
Griffin's an Irish last name, by the way.
Griffin is? I didn't know.
Yeah. Forrest sounds like a hell of an Irish first name too.
Peter Griffin. Think about it.
Oh fuck! I don't know why I thought Griffin was like.
I think it's like an anglicized. It's probably Griffin
was,
originally or something like that.
I thought it might have been English. What I meant by I thought it was more English than it was Irish. That's what I meant, but I didn't know. So hell yeah, Forrest Griffin, and he also looks like he would be Irish. I don't know why, just he does. But anyway, also honorable mention though. I want to give a shout out to a lot of people don't like him because of the stuff that he was accused of some years ago. But Matt Hughes, "A Country Boy Can't Survive," comes out to that. Good shout out, good ass song, and yeah, and I think so. And God, God, I got a lot of honorable mentions. Uriah Faber, California Love. TKZ Zombie. I mean, God, there's a million different songs. Oh, Peloton's Walking Out to the Jungle Music when he's like, oh, that's pretty good. But anyway, oh yeah, Darren Coop just shouted a good one. Darren Till Walking Out to Sweet Caroline. That's a good shout. That is, and
It's
he
like my
also said,
honorable mention.
yeah, he also said Patty's song when he's doing the fucking, yeah. So good shouts. I just like talking about walkouts. They're pretty fucking awesome. Also, non UFC, even though the question was UFC, non UFC shout out, and I think he did walk it out to it in the UFC as well. Wanderlei Silva walking out to Darude Sandstorm. Gotta give a shout out to Sandstorm. Yeah, let's go. So, all right. Anyway, that's my question. I always had to start with that. I like that one. I like that one.
Hell yeah.
If Paul
You guys have
Craig
any
ever
more
walked out to Icky Thump, he'd take the cake with that one.
There's a lot of good ass. I mean, there's a lot.
Sweet.
What do we got on the agenda, buddy?
Let's get into it. We're going to start off with the main event. It's going to be Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. It's the main event of UFC 316. They obviously fought once before, I think 2 fights ago for Merab. Merab won a decision, correct me if I'm wrong. And
no, he knocked him the fuck out. Think Merab's out here getting decisions.
What? When you guys get a second, check the YouTube chat.
Ah, damn it, Coop. Oh, pedicus.
Pedicus started. Go ahead. Go ahead, though.
Yeah. So starting off with a main event that we've all kind of knew was coming, and it's here. I've been kind of torn on this, but I think it's because of my heart and not my head. I want Sean O'Malley to win so bad, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think he's like the perfect dude for Merab to be able to take down. He's so tall and lanky. Defending a takedown with that stature is just not easy. It's a whole lot harder if you're short and stocky, and that's what Merab is. And there's always a puncher's chance, especially for Sean O'Malley, because he is one of the best fighters in the bantamweight division. There's no question about it. But that's the only path to victory for him, and that's what worries me because I know Merab can just do what he did last time, and he probably will. So hopefully Sean O'Malley's not as timid as he was last time. Hopefully he goes out there and pressures and throws. Last time he just didn't do anything. So he's going to have to I hope he knows that. I'm sure he does. He's just going to have to get out there and get busy quick and start early and just not let up. Because if he does let up for a second, then Merab's just going to take over. He's going to hold him against the cage until he can get him on the ground. And once he gets him on the ground, O'Malley might get up a couple times, but I don't think it's going to matter all that much. So, unfortunately, I'm picking Merab. I hate myself for doing it, but it's probably going to happen. Squared, what's up?
Is it me next?
Yeah, we're gonna go that. I don't.
All right, that's fine. Merab, dude, that drives me nuts. I don't care if that's the correct way to say it. It sounds ridiculous.
It's really hard. It's really hard for me to say. I'm trying to, but
weird. Merab. That sounds like, I don't know, Mayflower or something.
I may rob you later tonight.
I may kick your ass. I don't know. Yeah, for this fight, how can you not go with? I'm gonna say Merab just because I'm not gonna go against what I believe in. I'm not gonna go against my beliefs and my principles. I have to go with Merab for this fight because obviously we saw what happened last time. I do like to think that Sean's the kind of path he's taken since that fight. He talked about stopped smoking, got off the corn, got off the social medias. I'd like to think that that's going to really help him, and it very well may. But he hasn't been able to prove that yet because he's getting an immediate rematch. So I really don't know if this was the best move for Sean to get an immediate rematch. I think it would have been better for him as a fighter and for his fighting career to take somebody else. But I also get it. That division right now, no one's really getting cut in line by Sean stepping in. So it's fine. I'm not really going to complain about that. But just based off of of what we're given, the sources we're given, how can you not go with Merab? He's going to win probably by decision. I will say if I were to pick anybody to beat Merab, except for maybe Umar, who put up a really competitive fight their last time around, it would be Sean, because Sean is, you have to knock Merab out, and Sean is a absolute sniper, so he does have that chance, and I think that it's like a pretty decent chance as well. But that being said, gonna have to just go with what we saw last time and assume that Merab gets a decision here.
Knuckles, what's up, bud?
Yeah, man. I'm kind of on the same boat with you guys. I just think that I'm just after watching what Merab did to, I gotta say Merab. I know it's his name, Merab, and that's what I just gotta say.
Call me
Merab.
John
It's just,
Anik. It's okay.
no,
You sound ridiculous saying it. It's a ridiculous name.
Yeah, I
'Cause you
used
have
to say it
put
too. I
emphasis.
used to say
You
it
go,
too.
Merab.
yeah,
I
you
used to
go,
say it.
I have to pick Merab. That's
Dude.
how you say it.
Ray Longo is like the most
Merab.
New Yorker motherfucker I've ever heard speak in my life, and even he says Merab.
Merab.
He's also got tig old bitties, but you don't see me trying to copy that. I'm getting there,
I mean,
but I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to.
But no, but Merab anyway. Though I think that just after his performance against Umar, the vibes that are going into this, and I really respect Sean and like maybe the path that he's taken to change everything. And I also think Tim Welch is one of the best coaches in the game. So I very, very well believe that they could change the game plan to adapt and get something over on Rob, maybe knock him out. But I think the biggest problem is that Sean plays so much off of his back foot, and Merab, you can't do that against Merab. You can't allow him to get the. Yeah, I am rocking a Mudcats hat. Anyway, you guys forget I've got it going right here too. But anyway, um, he plays so much off of his back foot, and that's what Merab is looking for. He's looking for somebody to stay on their back foot so he can pressure and take him down. Sean O'Malley has to be first in this fight. He has to be first. He cannot allow Merab to push and push and push. He has to be first, at least at some moment in this fight. He can't circle the entire time like he did in Noche. He has to put pressure towards Merab, and if that means he gets taken down a couple times, that means he gets taken down a couple times because Merab's not the kind of guy who's going to finish him. So what are you worried about? Getting punched a few times on the ground, but then held and humped for like the 4 of the other minutes you're going to get held down? Be first. You got to be first. And I think that's the key to this. But I don't think Sean's going to do that. I think Sean's going to try to snipe again, just like before. I'm just not seeing anything. Hearing, I don't know. Again, we don't see in the camp, but I'm just not feeling anything going into this that's telling me that Sean has made the requisite adjustments outside of he's not injured, which that's great. He had a torn labia or whatever. Sorry, torn labrum, not labia. That's the lady part.
Say, whoa!
He had a torn labia, but he has a torn labrum.
He had a faulty uterus going into that fight.
You guys didn't catch it because you guys were too busy fucking playing on your phones. I said labia the first time.
No, we heard that.
Yeah, we heard it.
Okay.
I thought you just meant it. I just assumed I was like, oh shit, I guess he did. I didn't know that.
I was waiting for a laugh because it was funny, but that's okay. No, he tore his labrum, which is in your hip, I guess, or something. I don't know. Said he couldn't. It was the same excuse that he used against.
Buddy.
Fuck the labrum is. It was the same excuse he used against Aljo, where he said he couldn't grapple for like 6 weeks. He did the same. He said the same thing against Aljo. I'm just convinced at this point that he probably just doesn't grapple. Like he just says fuck it. But no, I think yeah. I mean, a healthier version of him. I expect this fight to be closer. I expect him to probably maybe stun Merab a couple times and get Merab to like really fucking push. But I think it's going to be a 49-46 Merab. I do expect Sean to win a round. He did get up 3 times or he got only what the fuck? He defended like 3 takedowns in the third or fourth round and looked really good in that round to a point, but still was like struggling with the pressure. Anyway, long-winded way to say Rob's gonna win decision. Obviously, what other fucking way would he win? It's Merab. Unless Merab decides to pull a Bilal and like look at my striking and gets fucked up. That's the only way. Um,
Canelo hands, baby.
yeah. But I'm ready to get this fight over with. I think it'll be a little bit more exciting than I thought initially, but I'm ready to get it over with because I really want to see what's next. Not so much for Merab because he's probably going to control this division until he just can't. I really want to see Sean fight Corey Sandhagen next, and I want to get this fight over with so we can hopefully get that fight. Yeah, sorry, but anyway, go forward.
Let's be honest. Merab is just keeping the throne warm for good old Bryce Mitchell, who's now on his way to be the 135 champ.
Does he say he's cutting?
Oh, he's
No, he
fighting
didn't.
Saeed probably.
Yeah, they're saying him versus Saeed Nurmagomedov, Abu Dhabi on July 26th. 135, baby.
Did I miss this?
That was today, like this early this morning.
Yep.
He's gonna make 135?
Supposedly.
He's missed 145 before, which is
Yeah. I thought he was a big 45er. He's gotten close to missing, I thought.
Yeah. I know that when he like back when he was on Tough, he was a very light. Like I think he said he was walking around at like 150.
Yeah, he was. He was pretty small.
But he's put on a lot of muscle since then. So
low key, can I say this? I think that division suits him better though for like the styles. Honestly, what's crazy? I think it does. So like,
dude, I think he matches up very well against Merab, and I was thinking about that earlier.
Damn, I'd like to see that. I think Merab would win. But anyway, go ahead. What's up next, buddy?
First of all, I'm still stuck on how you just totally randomly guessed a part of the body that a labrum was in. I can't get past it. It's killing me. I think it's in the hip.
I thought he said he had hip issues, so I was thinking it was like in the hip. I don't know.
I don't know. I think he had a couple things going on, but yeah, labrum is definitely in the arm, in the shoulder. But that just I don't know. Had me laughing a little bit. Not at you, just at you.
Fucking PK making fun of me saying, "Did I miss this, motherfucker?" Look, man, I'm driving all day. I don't get to look at my phone for most of the day. Fuck y'all. Sorry about that.
Damn.
Anyway, y'all need to go easy on me. I'm getting old.
Whoa, dude. Quit attacking our viewers.
Oh, guess what? The labrum is in both the shoulder and the hip.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember my brother tore his labrum playing football and he's got like 3 fucking scars right there.
This motherfucker just had to Google it.
Well, I was like, I know it's in the shoulder, but then I also remember hearing that it was in another spot.
Because he couldn't because he said he couldn't like do some shit with his hip. That's how I remember. One for Knuckles. One for Knuckles.
You didn't even know fucking Bryce Mitchell was moving to bantamweight. That was like the biggest news today. So
see, PK just put it in the comments. A labrum is anywhere a ball in a socket join. So
something about balls.
PK does like his balls.
Balls in a sock? What?
PK does love his balls. Next up, we've got Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. I don't even really have much to say here. Juliana Pena is literally like the Colby Covington of the women's divisions, and I cannot fucking stand her. And Kayla Harrison is going to maul her, probably, I think. Which she did have some questions in her last fight, but I think that's a wake-up call for her, to be honest. And I just don't think Juliana Pena is that good. I think she caught Amanda Nunes on a really bad night. And that got proven in the second fight when Amanda just beat the living dog shit out of her. So give me Kayla Harrison all day long. Not even much to cook on there. I got Kayla Harrison. Squared, what do you got, bud?
First, I want to give respect to Pena. I know she's got a pretty less than agreeable personality, but you got to give her roses. She is a champion, a 2-time champion, did beat
In
Amanda
division
Nunes.
with like 5 fighters.
Beat Amanda Nunes. off night or not, whatever, and gets a fair amount of finishes for a female fighter, which you have to appreciate. That being said, oh man, she's on the train tracks, and Kayla Harrison's coming right at her, and she is not pumping those brakes at all. It's going to be ugly. No, actually, I don't know if it will be that ugly. It might be more competitive than people would assume. I saw them kind of sizing each other up. I mean, obviously, Kayla is she's that picture of John Cena wearing a wig. Like, she is freakishly muscular. But Pena's not a petite lady herself, and I think that she'll put up a good fight. But I do think Kayla will win. I just think she's going to be stronger. Her grappling's better. Can't even really say much about the striking. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. Whatever. That's aside from the point. She's going to win. Probably by. I'm actually going to say a decision on this one. She's going to win by decision. How do you take it, Nux?
That was. I'm also obviously going to pick Caleb, but I was torn between decision or finish on the ground. More likely submission than anything. Some facts about Juliana Pena. She boasts a world-breaking, astounding 26% takedown defense.
Woo!
Yeah, it's not great. She was submitted by Jermaine Durandamy.
It's fair.
Jermaine Durandamy is a kickboxer. I think that was also like one of Jermaine's only submissions in her career. Juliana's cooked in this, but you bring up a good point. She has otherworldly toughness, like insane toughness. I don't know if she like that. I will say she is built out of like fucking granite. Like, people talk about greatest chins, she's got a damn good one. And not even only the chin, just her ability to tough it out. She's like the modern day Forrest Griffin, but almost uglier. Just almost like, I don't know, just she's stupider than Forrest Griffin. I'll give her that. Like, that's one thing you got to be that. He's not the brightest bulb in the pack, but yeah, all the comments are agreeing with us. Cooper says Caleb by unaliving in the first degree. 4-ounce sniper says Kayla Smesh. Agreed. I think it's going to be a submission, and I think it's going to be in the first 2 rounds. She gets her when she's dry, then yeah, she's got it locked in. Yeah, I'm gonna say first 2 rounds because I think she's gonna get it while they're still fairly dry. Probably first round, honestly. No,
right.
Juliana.
I will say this: you've swayed me. She will submit her. You've swayed me. I do think that Pena will have. She'll give her trouble. It might not be crazy or anything, but yes. I just think her expertise. She's been at the top of the top division longer than Kayla has. Kayla's barely really even been at the UFC's top of the division.
And also, well,
I think she'll present problems to Kayla. We saw Kayla struggle in her last fight. I don't even remember who she fought, but it was not. I
was gonna say that too. I also think that I think Ketlyn's also a lot. I think she's a lot better than we think she is. Ketlyn is. I think she's one of the top probably 4 fighters right now. When Amanda comes back, she'll be kicked out of the top 4. But right now, between Rocky, Harrison, Pena, and Vieira, I think Vieira's right up there. I think she is, because they're like, who else is there? There's Macy Chiasson, who just beat Ketlyn, or who just got beat by Ketlyn. And outside of that, Norma Dumont. Norma Dumont's better than Ketlyn. I will say Norma Dumont's better than Ketlyn, but that's like,
she's not in that division, is she?
Yeah, she's 35. She moved down to 35. She's been consistently making 35. They got rid of 45. It's no longer exists. Because remember, Josiane Nunez had to move down to.
Yeah. I'm tripping. Sorry.
Yeah, but anyway, let's say just Vieira's like top 5 bantamweights, so she's pretty decent. Also, like, I honestly, if Ketlyn Vieira and Juliana Pena fought tomorrow, I wouldn't like call it crazy to pick Vieira. But anyway, so we're all unanimous on that one. See, we got to get some dissension in here, boys. We've been agreeing too much lately. What's
I hate both
and
of
I
y'all
know-
so much.
what?
Is that good enough?
I know we're going to disagree on the next one, and that's okay. You guys go ahead because I said it last time. I'm standing firm on what I fucking say. But you guys go ahead. Be wrong.
Well, I'm just gonna start this by saying I hope you're right, but you're wrong. Yeah, Kelvin Gastelum versus Joe Pyfer. Can't really stand the dude, but Joe Pyfer's gonna win. I know Kelvin Gastelum is Kelvin Gastelum, but he's old, man. He's old. He's fought a whole bunch of fucking times. Joe Pyfer got humbled in his last fight. I think that's going to help him, just to be honest. Like to see him lose. It's bad to say. I won't say I like to see a person lose, but I do not.
I do.
Like him.
I'm gonna relish it.
I don't like him. He's just a cocky dude from Philadelphia, and I fucking hate that city so goddamn much. But I just think at this, if it was prime Kelvin versus Joe Pyfer, it wouldn't even be a contest. It would be Kelvin Gastelum every single day of the week, 24 hours a day. But given where they are in their careers, I just don't see Kelvin doing it. I see him probably putting up a fight. I could see that, but I think Heifer either edges out a decision or gets like a late third round TKO. Maybe sub. He could definitely like Darce him or something. Square, what do you got?
I kind of agree with your sentiment that at this stage in their careers, you just got to go with Pyfer. Gastelum has reached Torta status, perhaps Torto because he's a guy. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that dude, he's just how old is he now?
33.
33. I was gonna guess 36.
Yeah, but
No, he's been in the UFC.
His fight age is a whole lot older than 33.
You got to remember, he's been in the UFC since he was like 19.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in some fucking wars too.
Right. Yeah, at this stage in the careers, other than that, I don't really have too much to say. I think Pyfer's gonna probably TKO him.
Okay. Well,
don't make your little smirks at me and make your damn pick.
Here's my thing. I think Max was the closest to what it could be, and that is a sub by Joe Pyfer because Kelvin Gastelum's never been knocked out in his career, and he's only been knocked down like.
Watch this. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch this.
But he's also been knocked down. I think only been knocked down by Izzy. And the reason that I'm like, I don't.
That's what they said about Max Holloway.
Joe Pyfer is a guy who relies so much on his athleticism and just strength, and isn't that. I'm gonna say he's not that good of a fighter. He's just fucking strong, and he's a decent wrestler, but he is not a good fighter. And there's a difference between a fighter and a dude who can wrestle and punch hard. There's a fucking world's difference. And Jack Hermanson exposed that by just letting Joe Pyfer swing punches at him, win a couple rounds or win a round or whatever. I think it was a 5-rounder, right? And then Jack Hermanson just tooled him up like he should have, which Kelvin could do. Don't know if Kelvin's going to do it. I'm hoping and I'm picking him because I'm not fucking picking Joe Pyfer. I will never pick Joe Pyfer in a fight. I don't care if he's fighting fucking.
What if he's fighting Cedric Dumas?
I'll pick Joe Pyfer. But anyway.
That's what I thought.
But, no, outside of like piece of shit, I will not pick him. I just don't like Joe Pyfer. He also like that shit that he blamed Mexico because he fucking ate a bad burrito or whatever the fuck it was. That dumbass. Anyway, I just don't like him and his fake hairline. Just go bald, dude. Own it. I'm fucking going bald. I'm not gonna go to Turkey.
Dawson or somebody that blamed or no.
No, it was him.
Well,
it was him.
Somebody else did too. Drew Dober did, I think.
No. I think but Drew Dober's a sweetheart, and I got a picture with him.
Somebody else definitely did that, but you could totally be right. I'm
but no, it's also he's from Philadelphia. Like, come on, be real. Like, there's one dude we like, two dudes we like from Philadelphia. Felder and Sean Brady. Piper is neither one of those dudes. And anyway, I think Kelvin can win this fight using veteran savvy, baiting Joe into wing hooks, do stupid shit, gas himself, and then Gastelum can take over. But Squared brought up a good point. Fucking Gastelum's turned himself into a torto at this point, a big old muffin top fatty. So we'll see how he does. I believe he can win. I do believe that the line's a little crazy. I think Pfeiffer is like a minus 400 favorite, which I thought was a little wild.
I'll tell you right now, if he is, I probably will I'll sprinkle for sure.
Right. I don't think it would be crazy to bet a money line pick on Gaslam just for a little fun.
It's not crazy.
We are not giving financial advice, by the way. This is not.
Yeah, no, we're not.
We're not persuading anyone to make bad decisions like Max does.
Right. But
don't chase. That's why I don't share my bets because they're usually not that good. But
you got it up there. I was gonna say Gaslam.
Yeah. Joe Pfeiffer versus Kelvin Gastelum. Pfeiffer is minus 380 and Gastelum is plus 300.
And I think earlier this week it was a little bit wider. So hell, sprinkle some money on Gastelum.
The first two fights really quick. Sean O'Malley is a plus 230. Dvalishvili is minus 285. Juliana Pena is plus 525, and Kayla Harrison is minus 750. So
hell, that on DraftKings.
It's on DraftKings. Fun odds here. I mean, Kelvin Gastelum's plus 300. Joe Pfeiffer's minus 380. Going through the rest of the fights, I'll give the odds.
That way, because we might have some betting fans. Obviously, don't go with my bets or anything I say because I can't bet where I'm at yet, not until December. But anyway, official pick is Gaslam, and I'm going to say by TKO. I think that maybe he can gas Piper out, and where Jack doesn't have power, Gaslam does have power, and I'm going to take Gaslam by third round TKO.
Gaslam by TKO/KO plus 750. That's pretty good. Wow.
You want to pick that?
All right.
I'm ready for this.
Moving on.
Ready
good
for this.
Fucking fight. Mario Bautista versus Patchy Mix. This is a good test for Patchy Mix coming into the UFC, I think. Mario Bautista is 15-2 in the UFC, or as an MMA pro, sorry. Just most recently beat Jose Aldo and got a lot of hate for it because it was.
He didn't beat Jose Aldo.
Well, he got the decision because of a piss poor
technicalities. Yeah.
Hugged him against the cage for about 15 minutes. All I can say on this one, Patchy Mix is gonna fuck him up. I know we've seen a lot of guys from Bellator come in and not succeed. We saw it with Pitbull and Yair. We've seen it with Michael Chandler, even though he's obviously had some success in the UFC. Had a monumental knockout against Dan Hooker. It just seems like when fighters come over from Bellator, they don't do as well as we all want them to. That being said, Patchy Mix is only 31. And most of these guys come over when they're closer to 32, 33, 34. I don't know exactly what age Michael Chandler was, but it wasn't 31. I
think he was 34,
35. Yeah.
This is one of the younger Bellator transfers. Or PFL Bellator transfers, yeah.
For sure. So I'm kind of liking Patchy Mix's chances to make some noise in that division, to be honest. What's his record so far is 20-1, and the dudes.
I don't even remember who the one loss was.
Yeah, who did he lose to? Was it in Bellator or was it early in his career?
He
lost to Juan Archuleta.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good. Yeah, dude, that was also when Juan was cooking.
Yeah.
But he also, I think, if you guys get a chance, I think he lost his last fight too. He didn't lose it, but I think he lost his last fight, in my opinion.
Well, he's on a 7-fight win streak.
It's a very close split, and he also choked that guy unconscious a couple years ago, which obviously what happened more recently matters a little
Right.
more, but
Right.
just put that out
And,
there.
UFC needs to get fucking Magomed on because I think he's good too. They just need to get all of their bantamweights here.
dude,
But
honestly, if I mean, obviously, what's his fucking name? I lost it. Dude, he's fighting Mario Bautista. He's gonna take him. He's gonna try to take him down, and just pull fucking guard. Just pull guillotine.
It's a bad idea.
I mean, it's not a good idea, but if he gets taken down, I trust Patchy Mix off his back more than I trust most fighters in the UFC. But give me Patchy Mix first round submission, honestly.
I'll say
That's
he's
what
got
I'm
12 of his like 16 finishes in his career are by sub, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, and I mean he hasn't
Nasty
his
as fuck.
last out of this 7-fight win streak. Let me double check here. Out of his last 7-fight win streak, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are by submission. And fuck you guys for saying that. He's got a guillotine in there.
I was about to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what he slumped Magomedov with.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Oh, actually, yes.
Dude, if you get somebody in a gilly, that's good. Dude, hey,
Yeah.
you guys, Max knows my opinion on Mr. Poirier. He almost submitted fucking Habib with a guillotine. So I got to shout out the gilly, man.
I've got to say about that, Habib's route out of that submission was always right there. I'd have to go back and look at it, but his leg placement.
It was more Poirier's choice to keep his leg where it was instead of moving over. It was more Poirier's mistake than Habib's. But yeah, go ahead. That's the one time I wanted Poirier to win because I like seeing champions face them. I want to see everybody lose because it makes them better. That's why I wanted Poirier to win. But anyway, go ahead. Also, it'd have been sick to see Poirier win. Squared, I think it's your turn. Or wait, Max, you said yeah, first round sub. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Squared.
Yeah, for me, kind of going off what Max was saying, I don't really see a path to victory for Mario here. If he goes to the ground, dude, you're in a world of trouble. On the feet, Patchy's got hands. He hits pretty hard. Yeah, I give me Patchy by a. I was gonna say submission, but I'm not sure that Mario's gonna be that dumb to get himself in that position. But Patchy can still take him down. Yeah, give me submission round 2. That's all I got to say about that one. Also, going off what y'all were saying, it is nice to see the UFC actually get someone in time and not let them run through their whole career and then be like, oh, let me get you while you're a little cheap or something like they did to, not to say they're not like I think they've paid Chandler a lot of money, but kind of when their career is a little run out, that's when they get Chandler and Askren and
they tried to get Chandler years ago, but he said no.
Oh, he was a loyal dude. Yeah, back then, yeah.
Also, I think he was the face of Bellator for the longest time, so they were probably offering more than Bellator was offering more than the UFC was. But yeah, so many guys we've seen just run their whole careers out, and then they finally get to the UFC, and it's just like. But this is not the case with Patchy, and Patchy's a great fighter, so I look forward to seeing this.
Yeah, man.
Go for it, Knuckles.
I think. Again, going off what you said, UFC, please get a hold of Johnny Eblen. Get a hold of. I know he's not the champion anymore, but the.
Eblen's not been super impressive as of late. Every time I watch him, I'm like,
I just want to see him. I want to see him fight like. I'd love to see Eblen fight like RDR. I'd love to see Eblen fight like RDR. Something like.
Not the champion anymore, but AJ McKee.
No, well, yeah, AJ McKee, get him in there immediately and pit him up against like.
Dad? What was his name? Is it Senior?
Yeah, AJ McKee, I think it was his name. But get AJ McKee in there and put him up against Hooker. Cinema. That fight would be cinema. Anyway, but no, the welterweight dude. I used to think he was Yaroslav Amosov. Get him in there. I really like him. I think he's super good. But anyway, moving on. Also, chat. What do you guys think of the whole UFC, Bellator, PFL? Give your thoughts on them acquiring people and who you think they should acquire next. Anyway, Patchy. Patchy, man. Got to be patchy. I think the fight's going to be a lot better than. I think the fight's going to be great because there's going to be a lot of scrambles. I think there's going to be. Also, people forget before Jose Aldo and Max. I think me and you had this discussion. Mario was a fun fighter. Like we've said he is fun. He's fun.
Yeah.
It was just the Jose Aldo fight. Unfortunately, he became the villain.
Imagine you're going out there to fight fucking Jose Aldo.
Yeah, what are you
And
going
you're
to
a
scrap?
fun fighter, and then you just go out there and have the most boring fight of your entire career. I mean, what do you do? What do you
stand up with him? Max,
like?
what,
That's
you can stand up with Jose Aldo. Like, be for real.
no, but you don't have to just hug him against a cage for. I mean, dude,
right?
like,
And no. He's still my op. I still hate Mario Batista.
it's my thing is like fighters. They used to do this really good in the UFC, and I think this is why a big part of why the UFC is or MMA in general has started to take a downturn. The fighters are so focused on like technicality and technique, which is obviously you have to do that as a fighter. But
Yeah.
some of them have thrown entertainment out of the window. And this is, while it is not the WWE, it's a real fighting sport.
Yeah. Well, it's why Dana. I think that's why Dana's getting burnt out.
You have to consider the aspect of entertainment. You have to entertain because you're killing your own sport when you just go out there and shadow box for 15 minutes, or like Carlos Barza and Rose, or if you go out there and hug somebody in the cage.
Fantastic fight. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, can I make a comparison?
People do. It's ridiculous. Like these fighters have to understand that there is a very strong entertainment aspect, almost more than technique. Like it's just what it is.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the comparison I want to make. You brought up a good point. Is that everybody talks about how MMA, they're more like the WWE because they care about entertainment. Shut up. Look at the NBA. Every rule has been adjusted in the NBA to make offense number one because people get bored by defense. The NFL, everything has been shifted towards the passing game because you see flashy passes, this and that. It's all about offense. Like NFL is a little bit still about defense, but baseball is the biggest example because it is all about the long ball now. Pitching doesn't matter as much. It's about it's about hitting yard all the time. Every sport adjusts. And also, they have proven that the baseballs have changed inside. The cork inside has changed to hit homers more. Every sport. The only sport that maybe hasn't changed at all, and that's probably why it's still in the same position it's in, is hockey. Because it's hockey. And that is why MMA, for all of you people who are saying, oh, they're just or whatever, entertainment's part of the sport. It's a part. Like, what are they supposed to do? Fucking make wrestling the number one thing? If I wanted to watch grappling all the fucking time, like what Mario Bautista did, there's a difference between grappling and what Mario Bautista did. Sorry, I'm gonna go on a fucking tirade here.
Yeah,
there's a difference. There's a difference between grappling and He was holding. He was not trying to advance position. He was not trying to go for submissions. He was not trying to knock him out. He was holding the dude's hips against the cage until he got out of it. And as soon as he got out of it, he held him there again.
Yeah.
That's fucking
but the thing is, like, that's the problem with UFC. Everything's so interpretational. You got a lot of refs that will enforce that and won't enforce that.
Like they said in the chat.
Right. And first off, Joe Rogan, shut up about they're a fighter. They need to get out of it. No, dude.
Oh, his take on that shit is
abysmal. The sport will die if we just let everyone hold somebody against the cage for 5 minutes. That's just no one's going to watch it. The sport it's a sport, don't get me wrong, and it's not a disrespect to the fighters because they train harder probably than any other fighters or any other athletes in the world, at least while they're in training camp. And I respect that, but you have to, I think more so to me personally, it's more on the fighters because you're trying to make a name for yourself. You make money off of your name. You are your own business. It's not a team sport. You're not going to get some crazy $200 million salary like a quarterback in the NFL. You make what you make based off of your brand and how you present yourself and how you entertain. And
I know
they're just not doing it as much as they used to anymore. Like perfect example was 9 years ago today, Michael Bisping knocking out Luke Rockhold on 17 days notice, and he made a spectacle about it and blew his name up.
I know one did this, and I don't know exactly what kind of difference it made, but what do y'all think about the UFC implementing like a yellow card system?
Like fucking Pride? Yes. This boys. We're gonna watch.
I'm not talking about the fact that it's June, brother. I'm talking about MMA here.
No,
I'm sorry. I had to.
Hey, when I come down, we're gonna watch. I'm gonna torture you.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna torture you boys with some. I'm gonna make you guys watch. I'm gonna make you guys watch some Pride FC fights for real. I'm going to, man. Because this is the exact reason. Pride FC was the greatest fighting fucking organization that's ever existed. Don't give a fuck what you say. It was because of these reasons. Because stalling would not win you points. The shit, like, Pride was literally about being as violent as you could, but being skilled. Because people did get submissions. People did grapple. Fedor. People forget Fedor, arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time, if you really look at it. And I still think he is, my opinion. That motherfucker was clocking people, dumping people, doing crazy shit all the time, but grappling. People forget. But anyway, you got me fired up. I'm fired up.
I think something bad happened when MMA went from being MMA to just being a sport, and these guys wanted to be professional athletes instead of being fighters. Yep. That's what, and we were talking about the other night, that's what went wrong with Tough. These guys aren't getting fucking plastered and doing dumb shit anymore. So like the fight, like the fights have been good so far this season, but the show itself is not entertaining. Like the show aspect is pointless.
We're talking about last night's episode was literally.
I haven't seen it yet, so
I won't spoil anything, but it's literally just a long version of Dana White Contender Series.
Yeah, you know how in Contender Series,
that's kind of what episode 1 felt like a little bit.
You know how in Contender Series, right before the fighters go out, they'll do like 3 minutes just talking about their lives.
But extended.
They'll do that, but instead it's going to be like 15 minutes of them talking about their lives and showing their house.
I need Diego Sanchez passing out in beds, Chris Lieben pissing in people's beds. I need that, man.
Those days are gone. Those guys don't exist.
Rampage ripping apart a fucking door. But anyway, so before we move on, I didn't get my official pick. My official pick is actually I'm gonna be a little different. I'm gonna pick Patchy Mix by TKO. Also, people forget. I want to say real quick. People forget. Patchy Mix is 5'11". 5'11". I forget that all the time. He's the same size as Corey Sandhagen. It's insane to me. He's long as shit. That's why I watched the Rafion Stotts knockout. He literally barely lifts his knee, and it's already at Stotts' chin, and he's like out. One of the greatest knockouts in Bellator history. Also, before we move on to the next one, I'm going to do this real quick. I know we're going. I know we got to get through these, but I want to give you guys haven't heard it, but I've said this to other people. Conspiracy theory time. Conspiracy theory time. So, Mario Bautista, right? He was supposed to fight Chito Vera.
Mm-hmm.
Chito Vera was going to lose that fight. I'm going to be honest. I was going to pick Mario.
I was surprised they even booked that.
I was going to pick Mario in that fight. The UFC knew the situation with Patchy Mix, right? They knew that Patchy Mix was potentially going to be a free agent. There was a lot of dispute, yada, yada, yada. The UFC also doesn't really care for Mario Bautista that much. Well, Patchy Mix at some point in time told the UFC, hey, look, me and the PFL have come to an agreement to release my contract fully, and I'm a free agent. The UFC realized, well, shit, we don't want people. This card's already kind of it's good, but it's We don't want people to have to sit through a Mario Bautista just grappling and hugging Chito against the cage for 3 rounds. So they were like, hey, Chito, let's say you're injured. We're going to pay you some moolah. because Cheeto, since he has claimed he has been injured, has not shown one fucking sign of injury period whatsoever. He did a marathon yesterday or the day before, and supposedly the injury was like somewhere in his lower half. Huh? Huh? So they're like, oh, who could fight? Who could Patchy fight and fuck up because the styles match? Oh, let's have him fight Mario Batista. So they pulled Cheeto out, paid him some fucking dough, and got Patchy Mix in there to make him look good. And honestly, because the way the division is lining up and who you have to fight who, you could throw if Patchy Mix beats Mario Batista. It's not crazy if they put him against Merab next, and that's a good matchup.
I was going to say it's definitely two birds, one stone. You get Mario out of the picture, which again, and I don't know, maybe I'll mention this while I ran upstairs. Mario is like that fight versus Aldo is not the best representation of him. But regardless, people don't want to watch him fight because of that fight. Yeah, people don't want to watch him fight because of that fight.
That's
the UFC.
The whole conversation about the entertainer thing came up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the UFC is going to knock him out a little bit for that, and then they're going to get Patchy up closer to the top. So it's two birds, one stone for the UFC.
But it's not. I don't. It's probably not right. I just make shit up. But like it's not.
Oh yeah, it's very suspicious the way that all played out. Very suspicious.
Because if Cheeto's running fucking marathons, you can't be that hurt, bud. You can't be that.
Put him on Nashville. Come on. Put him on Nashville.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, you guys start the next one. I gotta go pee. Everybody. 4-out Sniper said W move by the UFC. He knows. He knows. Thank you, Sniper. You
know. Next up on the card, it is the first fight on the main card. Actually, it's Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. This one, I'm still not sold on my pick. It's so hard because both of these guys have been on the decline. Pretty sure didn't Vicente Luque just win a fight?
Yeah. And
so
did Holland, though.
Yeah, so did Holland. I don't think either one of them fought really great competition. Vicente
Luque beat was it the Thembe?
Yeah,
fight?
Themba Garimbo, which I mean, he's a cool guy.
It's fucking Themba Garimbo.
But go take your pee and stop talking.
I already did, man. Don't you know?
He's
right. That's absolute. I mean, I need some comments on this. How did he go take a pee and get back that fast? Someone tell me.
I didn't wash my hands. That's what it is.
Ooh.
That's crazy, dude. Oh, yeah, and Kevin Holland beat Gunnar Nelson. Both
Great,
of them
didn't see that.
Are, I think, 32 and 33. I think Holland's 32 and Vicente's 33. But Vicente Luque's got a lot more wear and tear on him, I think. Kevin Holland just doesn't have the drive to be champion. I think he's good enough to compete at the top level, but I just don't think he cares enough. I think he's just there to make money. He's said that many times, and I think he means it. I don't think it's just for show. This fight, though, I think he probably knocks Vicente Luque out, and I really hope Luque retires. He won't, but I hope he does. Dude's already got a brain bleed in his career. I kind of burped mid word, but
you had a brain bleed for a second.
I had a stroke. Sorry, guys. Vicente Luque's already had a brain bleed in his career, and that was pretty recently. I think like early 2020s, 2021 maybe, versus Geoff Neal, I think. But
it's Jack.
Geoff versus Geoff Neal. Geoff Neal.
Your my name's Jeff.
I don't like you guys. Anyways, give me Kevin Holland by either TKO or club and sub to a Darce, because he's done that before. Did that to Michael Chiesa, I believe. So
you saying Kevin's going to beat him by that?
Yeah, he beat Chiesa by Darce. And I know that's like his specialty submission, but Vicente Luque has lost by submission before, so I don't know. We'll see. Squared, what do you got?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm in agreement with you that Vicente's career is kind of dead, but I honestly see paths to victory for him in this fight. I do think that Kevin Holland's that kind of guy that if you just get him in the right position, you can submit the dude. And he's kind of the same way the other round. If he can get to the right position, he's not a good grappler by any means, but he's got submission skills.
Who
So
is it?
he can Kevin Holland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was saying that he's kind of
I
kind
thought
of
you
the
were saying that
reverse.
Vicente wasn't a
No,
good
no,
grappler.
no, 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 no. And that's just kind of the trick on the ground is I think that they both have submission skills, but I do think Vicente's got the edge there. But unfortunately, I just think that Kevin Holland, and I'm not the biggest Kevin Holland fan. Used to like him,
Same.
was a little indifferent, and then that whole Jackson podcast thing.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, what is this guy's deal? But regardless, I do think that he wins versus Vicente. I think the length is going to present a lot of problems for Vicente. He'll very likely get TKO'd, which I find very unfortunate. I like Vicente a lot, dude. I was so high on him back in the day, like many people were. So it's been hard to see him just like kind of out of nowhere just really start to plummet. Especially at not being that old. Like I think when he started plummeting, he was like 31 years old, something like that.
It was after the Jeff. It was after the
yeah,
Jeff.
exactly. When he should have been hitting his prime, he just started really tanking. So that's been rough to watch. So yeah, if he does lose this, which is probably the case, hope I'm wrong. I'll say that I'll be going for Vicente. But if he loses this one, would love to see him. Not love to see him, but I'd like it if he just hung up the gloves after that.
Yeah, man. I want to like try to find things to like dissent on what you guys are saying, but pretty much everything you guys are saying is fairly spot on to what I'm seeing. The fight's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be a Kevin Holland TKO or it's going to be a Vicente Luque sub. I don't think there's a decision in this because Vicente Luque, a lot of people forget he is I think he's a phenomenal. I'm going to say he's a phenomenal grappler. I think he's a very good grappler. But I just like after the Jeff Neal thing, man, it just makes me worried about where he's at. I mean, he did very good against RDA. I mean, he out grappled RDA, and that's not an easy thing to do. And then he beat Themba. That was still like one of the funniest things ever. But yeah, man, I don't know.
Did somebody miss say something? Coop said the what squared?
Yeah, I saw that too. Also, Coop wants to know the Knuckles bathroom lore. Coop, there's a lot. Let's just say I fucking piss rockets. Just
you know how most people pee in a linear laser like fashion. He is a shotgun blast, just all in one go, just bam. You know how many times he's had to replace his toilet?
Dude's got
he breaks the bowl every time.
Teleporter to his bathroom, I think.
Fucking got an IV. No, but anyway, I'm gonna go with old Kev Holland. The length. Pause. Coop says the length. I don't know what. Oh, the length of. Yeah. He also does have like an 82-inch reach. It's crazy, but anyway. Yeah, we'll go with old Kevin Holland by TKO. But hey, don't be surprised if Vicente is like, what's a brain bleed, and then ends up fucking, subbing him or. I mean, hey, we also got to remember
kill you makes you stronger. If the brain bleed didn't kill him, it never will. He's got the upper hand now. He can go guns a-blazing.
But I think that the two likely outcomes are either Luque sub or I tore something fucking in my throat or something. I cannot fucking breathe.
Tore your labia, bro.
Tore my labia. But yeah, it's Kevin Holland TKO. That's what I'm gonna go with. He's just so much better also at welterweight than he is at middleweight. He is so much better at welterweight. It's like I've seen weight division changes look good on some people. Kevin Holland is genuinely so much better at welterweight than he is at middleweight because he's almost beating Jack Della by split decision, but at middleweight he's just getting fucking rolled over by Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze is good, but he's not like, you know, world beater. So yeah, Luke K walks out the stronger. Anyway, that's my pick, Kevin Holland by TKO. Let's get on to this last one. Also, I'm going to take this shot of water.
Damn.
Max, do you have a shot of water?
I can go make a shot of water.
Yeah, go make a shot of water.
If you guys want to cook it up, it's going to be some.
Yeah, hey, we'll talk. Yeah, go ahead. We'll talk about a couple things.
Hydrogen water.
Get you some water. People in the chat, what fight are you guys most excited for on this? Yeah, Squared, what fight are you most excited for on the whole card? On the whole card.
Let me scan through real quick.
I'm getting ready to do the same thing.
Y'all didn't know I beatbox. Honestly, dude, I could see Luke versus Holland being a really good fight.
I think it's gonna be solid.
I think I don't think it'll be a great fight, but just seeing Patchy Mix's debut will be super exciting. I mean, it could be a good fight in that, like, oh man, Patchy Mix just beat the shit out of him. But I don't think it'll be like a back and forth competitive fight.
Dude, honestly, like I was thinking about this as I started looking at the card, making picks. But even as we've been talking about it, this card is honestly not as bad as people are making it out to be.
No, I was like, okay. I was like,
I mean, the main card is pretty fucking good.
I kind of like the undercard too, though. Like,
dude, yeah, even the early prelims, I'm stoked to see
Chaos Williams versus Gustafsson. If Gustafsson implements his plan that he had for what was it last week, I won't say the word, but the certain mode he was going to engage in to fight, that'll be very fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm stoked to see Keelan Saul killed again.
Hell yeah.
That dude's a fucking stud.
Well, I was getting ready to say that. I think that's my pick for the fight. I'm like really probably most excited for seeing is Stalker, because you guys forget
early on.
He
got a 16-second KO in his debut.
Well, and then that Ashmus, anal ass mouth's pretty good too. Like he
is, yeah, that's true. Anal ass mouth. Forgot about
anal ass mouth. I fucking love it. Who did he beat? Didn't he beat Nathaniel Wood? Yeah, right. Ashmus, didn't he beat Nathaniel Wood, or was that no?
No, he's only fought if he beat Trevor Peak.
That's who. Yeah. Anyway, you got your shot of water, buddy.
I do have my shot of water.
Everybody, we want you guys to stay hydrated.
It's a little bit brown. Sorry, I live in Flint, Michigan.
Shit, man, it's all good.
Cheers, bro.
Anyway, everybody stay healthy. Drink water. Cheers. I always feel better after a drink of water like that.
You know, I'm starting to think that wasn't really water.
It was water.
I think y'all are being deceitful.
Nah, dude. Never. Not us.
4-ounce Sniper says Josh Van for sure. Speaking of Josh Van, buddy, we're getting ready to talk about that one.
It was
also water. Because my water is not as strong as Max.
Water is definitely one of the ingredients.
Yeah, it's in there.
Since my water's not as strong as Max's water, I've got to take 2 water drinks to match his one. So I'm gonna pour some more water in my cup.
High quality H2O.
That's some high quality H2O.
It's glacier. It's from a glacier in Alaska.
Cheers. Foosball is the devil.
I want to.
She showed me her boobies, and I liked them too.
My mama said.
My mama said.
Good ass movie. Top 4 Adam Sandler movies. Top 4 at least.
People hate on Hubie Halloween. I love that one.
we were talking about Adam Sandler the other night.
Yeah.
Everybody gets these behind the scenes things. Talking about it the other night. I still got to watch that. I got to watch the Do Over, and I got to watch
QB Halloween. It's so fucking good. Like it's so bad that it's good. That kind of thing.
Looking for. Are you looking for? I'm looking forward to Happy Gilmore too.
I am so stoked on that movie, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm ready. All right. Well, let's get into this last one, and maybe we can go to
Where was
some
the
questions.
astute observation? What was the observation?
That y'all were lying about your.
We've only been going for an hour or two, so like
consumption.
maybe if we cook up on this, we could get a couple chat questions in there if there's anybody in the chat that wants to.
All right. Yep. Talking about the next fight, it's Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. It's the feature prelim of the night. Another good fight. Like, I really don't understand why people are hating on this card. It's actually pretty damn good. Hell, one of our former guests of the show was on this card, Waldo Cortez da Costa, our only Spanish.
Nope.
One of our only Spanish.
We've had a couple. We've had a couple.
Yeah,
No,
right.
3. We've had 3 Spanish.
Yeah, one of our episodes is in Spanish. So,
which
check that
also
one
can
out.
I quick shout out to our girl Azul. She broke her arm pretty severely over the weekend.
Was
So
that her?
yes,
Oh,
very
fuck.
speedy recovery to her. That was a bad.
Oh, it
bad
was so
injury.
bad. It was really not good. That sucks. I did not know. I didn't realize that was her.
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. Yeah. So, shout out to her. Speedy recovery. That was a nasty one. What was that on? What promotion? Do you know?
I think it was Combat Global.
She's still in Combate?
I could be wrong. She's kind of been in
Well,
a couple.
Just look up her name. I'm sure you'll find it. It was a brutal.
Go ahead. I'll look it up.
It was rough.
You looking for the video? Because I DM'd it to y'all.
Yeah. On what? Instagram,
Twitter.
right? Twitter? Okay. Twitter, yeah. On 2.5 Men.
I don't think it was televised or something because no one like was talking about it till like a couple of days later. They were like over the weekend.
Dude, that was one of the. It took me a minute to realize what you were like. I was like, "Where is it?" And then like, "Where's the injury?"
She lands.
I thought she like broke her neck or something, and then I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it was in Superior Challenge 28.
Yeah, look at that, Knuckles. It's rough. It's tough, but yeah.
I need to fucking know. Did you send it on Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter. In our group chat. But yeah, shout out to Waldo. Hope he gets the dub. I know he's fighting Knuckles Flabby King, but
did you just watch it?
Oh, he did. He just watched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that facial expression says it all. But yeah. So, anyways, going into Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. It's a good fight. Joshua Van's 13-2. He's been on a tear. He's 23 years old. I think he's what is he? He's undefeated, or no, he's not undefeated in the UFC. He's lost one fight in the UFC, I believe.
Josh Van.
Yeah.
He got knocked out by Charles Johnson. Yeah.
Yep, but he also lost to. Or no. Sorry, never mind.
I think that's his only loss yet.
Yep, it is. Bruno Silva has always been like a solid flyweight fighter for the UFC. Not to be confused with the middleweight. Joshua Van is not fighting a middleweight this weekend.
Blendato's not in the UFC anymore, so we can't.
That's true. Yeah. And Bruno Silva's always been an up and down fighter. Honestly, to me, I do like the fight. I think it'll be a fun fight, but I mean, Joshua Van's got it in the bag. He's fighting a 35-year-old man at flyweight, and he's 23 years old. Joshua Van is what Tyson Nam wishes he was, I think.
So mean. That's so mean, but yeah.
It's not wrong. Josh Van, I think he has occasionally some fight IQ problems where he goes for things he shouldn't go for when he has the advantage. But he's still winning. He's got a knockout fairly recently. Give me Tyson Nam. Jesus, now I'm saying Josh Van by Either knockout or a dominant decision. I don't think Bruno Silva stands much of a chance in this fight. I'm gonna be honest. Knuckle or Matt Squared. What do you think?
Yeah. Joshua Van, y'all know that I'm high on that kid. I'm very big on him. I think that that dude's got a super bright future. One of the things I say about him is that every time he steps in the octagon, he is like massive leaps ahead of what he was last time. He just gets better and better, and I expect that trend to continue. And I expect him to win in a dominant fashion. Not so sure if by a knockout or just by a super dominant decision. I won't really make that pick. I don't know, but he's gonna get it done, and he's gonna make it look easy. I think. And no disrespect to Silva, but I think that's just what Van is. I expect. I'm putting everything on that kid's future right now. I'm investing heavily. I think he's gonna be something great.
I agree. And I mean, Bruno Silva's 35 years old. I don't think
Right.
there's any disrespect there. But Knuckles, what do you got, buddy?
Fun fact about Bruno Silva. Did you know Bruno Silva has fought 5 fights in the entire time that Josh Van has been a professional fighter? So Josh Van has had 15 fights to Bruno Silva's 5 fights since the end of 2020.
At that point,
that's
it
crazy,
negates
actually.
his
What
experience.
is he doing? Fighting?
That's what I'm
fights?
saying. That's what he's had honestly he just hasn't had a lot of fights booked. He's only ever
I'm
had
talking about Josh Van.
he's only had two canceled fights in that time. One against Cody Durden, which was rebooked for not about 7 months after it was canceled.
He lost
And then
him, didn't he?
And then the Josh Van fight was canceled in March and rescheduled for June. So like he's only had 2 canceled fights, but he's in that time he's beat JP Bays, Victor Rodriguez, Tyson Nam, and Cody Durden. Which the Cody Durden win, give him praise. But I think
He knocked him out. That's pretty impressive.
Did Josh Van beat Cody Durden?
Josh Van?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I believe so.
But I will say, I think if I remember right, Bruno Silva's victory over Josh Van over Cody Durden was a little bit more impressive.
Either way, Josh Van, all of his wins are more impressive. He beat Zalgas Zumagulov.
No. I said Bruno Silva's against Cody Durden was slightly more impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Because he jawed him. But Josh Van is, like you guys said, he's also my boy. I like the guy. I'm high on the guy. I think he's very good. I think he will be a future title contender, if not a champion one day. His takedown defense is getting better and better and better with every single fight. Max is making a joke about me saying high on the guy. I'm sure something right there.
No.
Okay. I'm waiting for the day I'm right about some shit you're saying. Anyway, I think that also in the chat, Sniper said that Tyson Nam was catching random strays. Tyson Nam will also always catch random strays. Isn't he the one that's got like CTE now or something?
They can't tell that till you're dead, so no.
He's got early signs of CTE.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
But anyway, also Bruno Silva just not active enough. He's a fun fighter. He's really good. But the Manel Cop fight told me a lot. Josh Van, it'll be a decision. Josh Van, as like much as he also currently also in the UFC, Josh Van has the highest significant strike output. It's like 9 strikes per minute right now in the entire UFC. So shout out to Josh Van. But what's crazy, highest significant strike output, but does not get finishes all that often. So I don't know if that's like something's going to come when he's older because like the old man strength type of thing, because I do believe that is real. I'd really like to see him finish Bruno Silva here. I'd really like to see that. I don't know if he will, but I'd like to see it. For now, I'm going to pick Josh Van by decision, but expect this fight to be fun because you guys got to remember Bruno Silva is he's not a bad fighter. Just because he's not super active, he's not a bad fighter. It'll be a good fight. And I expect to see some violence in the cage. There's a reason they made it the feature prelim, and I'm sure Dana's already been on a mic somewhere saying, if you don't know, Now you know. So, woo! I fucking pulled the Dana White there. We gotta come up with our own version of that. Like, fucking, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm excited for that one. That is a good fight.
If you
Sniper
weren't
game.
aware, we just shared. All right, we'll
Oh
work on
my
that.
God,
We'll
dude.
workshop
That
it.
is so bad. It's got to be something to
It
do
was
with
off the
fire.
dome. It was off the dome.
Spark of the card.
How about we
Another
just
spark of the
say it the way that Biggie Smalls said it? How about we just finish the lyric? How about we go that route? No.
No,
that
I know where you're going with that.
would pop off. I think
It
we
took
could
me a
get
second.
something going
It
with
took
that.
me a second. It took me a second. So I guess before we have, I mean, we've been going for a little bit, but before we finish this up, chat, you guys got anything to say? Boys, aren't you super excited for the milk bag Sergey Spivak to be back in the
lose, yeah.
back in the
I'm
octagon?
excited to see him
Boy,
lose.
our boy WCA is gonna whoop his ass.
I cannot be honest. I do think Waldo's gonna win that fight because Sergey just like he picks and chooses when he's gonna be good.
Top 10 moments in the octagon. It was Waldo hitting one of these and then shooting the takedown immediately.
He told him
Everyone was like,
where
yeah.
he told
He's
him.
like, I'm gonna take you down. It's like the opposite of the hallway. Instead of like stand your ground, it's I'm gonna take you down to the floor. You see right there? That's where we're going.
Unironically, I love
that's a banger.
WCA for that. I like unironic. Everybody else hates him. Unironically, I love Waldo.
I love how he tags me whenever he's trying to get a fight announced or like made or something. He just tags me for some reason. I'll be like, dude, I'm right on it. I'm gonna.
This is the guy that's gonna get me what I need.
He's done it like what 3 times now.
Something like that. Yeah. I always respond back. I'll do what I can, man. I'll make this happen. Don't worry. I got you, brother. He wanted to fight Derek Lewis, dude. I tried my hardest. I fought tooth and nail for that.
Can you imagine that as the main event of Nashville?
Ooh.
At least you know with Talish and Teixeira, you're gonna get a fucking knockout in the first round.
That's true. Yeah.
Did you guys see where Derek Lewis recently said he was like identified as a female because he had fucking menstrual cramps or some shit like that?
Yeah. Which makes me wonder. Like I hear that and it's funny, but it's also like, what are you hiding, dude? Why are you not telling people why that fight didn't happen?
I kind of like low key. I wish I could make it to Nashville because that card looks great. Like now it does. I know maybe it doesn't have the name value, but like
yeah.
I mean, has
if you
the name
look at
values of old names.
well, if you look at it, it's just violence. Like if you look at the whole card, hold on, let me pull it up. I know it's
the
violence.
fight that we will not ever forget due to the meme we've already made out of it. Matthews versus what's his name, Chitty or whatever.
Oh, yeah, Chitty.
That's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be like you said, like fucking 20 years from now, somebody's gonna share that. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
I'm just gonna hear like a ringing in my ears and just kind of look off into the distance.
We're gonna make posts about it like 10 years from now. Nobody's gonna get it except for like the 5 people that know about it, and that's all that fucking matters. We're gonna make that our new fucking logo. Just them, just those two standing there. Watch that be like the best fight on the fucking card.
It is like, dude, Pedicus was talking about it earlier. Shout out to Pedicus, but like it's gonna be surreal seeing them standing in the octagon together. It's gonna be surreal gone. Bond game and seeing them standing in the octagon together and been like, oh shit, like this is the moment. Dude, we've made so many jokes about this. We talked about it so much for no reason.
Who do we think Tom Aspinall's fighting? Probably Surreal, right?
So Tom said on Monday that he does have an announcement.
Yeah.
Like
a name and a date or something like that.
But he said John Jones is retired. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, but
even the UFC YouTube channel is like saying John, like, which whatever, that's a social media person, but like they're playing into that. So it's like, man, what's this like shift that's happening here? Are they going to try to slowly fade away from John Jones and pretend like we didn't want to see that fight? We all wanted to see John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. We're at this point, we're all like, yeah, just give us a heavyweight championship fight. Give us obviously Tom Aspinall fighting for the heavyweight championship.
I think the only answer,
But I feel like they're going to try to kind of be like, oh, no one even wanted that fight. So here we go. Here's Surreal Gone versus.
I think it's gonna be gone. I think it's gonna be gone. The only other person I could
people obviously John Jones is the more of course everybody wants that fight. If it's not going to happen though, I think the most wanted fight would be Tom Aspinall versus Surreal Gone, because Surreal Gane's the only guy that's fought John Jones at heavyweight. That's
what sucks for Tom, dude, is it's going to take him like 3 title defenses at most before he has just fought everybody.
That's true.
Already.
Can I be real? Like, I mean, the fight that I'd rather see than Surreal, because Surreal's already fought in one interim title fight, won it.
Yeah, he keeps getting shots he doesn't deserve.
Two different title fights. I'm just over Gone, and I know, like, it's not just because I don't care. I want to see. Honestly, I know he probably doesn't deserve it, but Almeida, like,
I was about to say Almeida.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Which fight is funner, Gone or
funner is not a word? Stupid.
More fun. Which fight's more fun?
Gane's not more fun because Tom just takes him down and submits. I think Almeida's a more fun fight.
Yeah.
Because Gane
can't strike.
I genuinely think Tom Aspinall
Aspinall dominates the fuck out of Almeida.
He blows through both of them, but
I think
Almeida
I think Gane makes it fun for a little bit.
Why are you screaming? Why are you using your outside voice, Mister Young Man?
I think Gane makes it fun for a little bit.
I think that Gane, did he make the John Jones fight fun? No. There's a clear path to victory that Tom Aspinall is more than capable of. That was also like
old ass. That was old ass John Jones. What do you think Tom's going to do?
He's going to blow through him. Almeida presents issue, and I think he blows through Almeida too, but Almeida at least presents issues that we haven't seen Tom go up against yet. So that's interesting.
I know you guys don't like Cyril, and that's fine.
I don't dislike him.
I just don't think I don't think the fight is going to be fun. That's the problem. I don't
think he lost to Volkov. He just lost to Volkov, by the way.
Don't disagree, but
can I be honestly? I'd rather
Max always says I don't disagree before disagreeing.
Rematch. I'd rather see the Volkov rematch. I would
honestly, yeah. Aspinall
dominates him.
Yeah, Aspinall dominates everybody. You got to put that part aside. We're talking about who deserves it.
I'm talking about to garner excitement.
The fight we need
from the fan base. The most excitement that it would garner from the fan base would be Cyril Gane.
Yeah, probably.
No, the most excitement.
But then it's just going to be funny when Surreal loses in a fucking fraction of a second, like he did versus Jones.
I think honestly, the fight that could happen, it won't ever happen because the UFC has too big of an ego, and this individual has too big of an ego. But Ngannou, man, like that would be
honestly,
I know Ngannou's old now. But you can't tell me that the threat of Ngannou, like, also Ngannou can fucking stop takedowns now. It can grapple. You can't tell me his strength, because it's a one-punch KO with Ngannou, and his grappling defense, that fight would be compelling. I still think Tom wins personally, but
what the fuck is Ngannou doing nowadays? Like,
living off of the fat stacks he made in 2 boxing fights.
Yeah. Oh, he's living off of that. He's waiting for PFL to.
He also just
went through. In my opinion, hot take: he's never fighting in the PFL again.
He also just went through a pretty bad accident involving a motor vehicle accident.
Can I be honest? I don't think we're gonna see him fight again. I don't think in MMA. I don't think we're gonna see him fight again. I'm gonna be honest.
Watching him beat the shit out of whatever his name is, that 6'8" dude, that felt like a dying breath of a career. It was like,
I also think like
he did it.
But I also
he won. But
can't compete.
Well, also like it was
a tier of
his son. His son's death. His son had just died, right? And like that was like. I think that it was almost like, I know Jordan went on to win 2 more championships, but it was like when Jordan won the title for his dad. It felt like that. It felt like somebody getting something off their chest so heavy. And I don't think he has anything else to prove, really. Like, honestly, because John Jones ducked him. What else do you need to prove?
I disagree with that, but
no,
not the ducking part.
John Jones asked for $30 million fucking dollars to fight Francis Ngannou.
You're misunderstanding me. I'm not talking about the ducking part. I'm just saying the nothing else to prove part.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, because I think John Jones
ducked him. Yeah, don't disagree with that whatsoever.
Kind of like he's ducking Tom Aspinall. Now, okay. Also,
you don't think he's.
Why are y'all both misunderstanding each other right now?
Oh, you said You said kind of like he's
Kind of, yes.
okay.
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah.
thought.
Now,
Sorry.
I also want to clarify for people. I know, like, I don't know how many people are still watching. Also, people chime in the chat.
There's
Also,
3 people watching.
okay, that's
Killing
okay.
it. Sponsors, where you at? Where you at?
55 views total. It's not bad.
I'm probably one of the 3 because I do have my thing pulled up. But anyway, I want to say that I want to clarify that there's a difference. I don't think John Jones is afraid of either guy because he's not. It's John Jones. He just doesn't want to fight them because he sees the risk and he wants the money for it. So he's ducking them. There is a difference between ducking and scared. Ducking and scared. There's not much of a difference because John does see, oh shit,
But I
that guy
mean,
is a risk.
to be
Also-
fair, John has hyped up his heavyweight move for years and has fought twice.
We able to change that?
Yeah, I thought I did change that. What the
Uh-oh.
fuck?
I don't know. Maybe I just need to update it or something.
No, I got it right now.
Hey, how about the people in the comments not being nice enough to let us know we've been rocking the UFC 315 this whole damn show, and y'all got us out here. Y'all got us out here looking stupid.
But I know I.
Hey, Robbie Lawler was on the Ariel Helwani show today. Shout out. Gonna watch that tomorrow.
There you go.
So nobody's chiming in.
They hate us.
Oh, thought of another person that really deserves a fight against Aspinall for gold. Gaziev. Shamu.
Honestly, at this point, fucking throw him in there, man. Like who
Genuinely, like real answer. How many fights away do you think Shamil is from a title shot?
Not far
2,
because let's look up
2.
the
Can't be more than like 3. Can't be more than 3.
No, 2.
The
2, dude.
UFC
Like
heavyweight rankings are
2.
absolutely just pathetic.
They just
2.
the UFC needs to just throw so much
I mean,
money into whatever it's
so-
going to take to make heavyweight good.
Okay, hey, hold on. Think about this. Think about this right now. Tai Tuivasa. He's lost how many fights in a row? What, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
I guarantee you he could get to a title shot in 2 fights after losing 5. That's how bad this
He's
division
not
is.
gonna win 2 in a row. But here's the thing.
But what I'm saying is if he won 2 in a row, they would put him up against because that's how bad it is.
So here's the heavyweight rankings as it stands. Champion, obviously, John Jones. Interim, Tom. Cyril Gane. Alexander Volkov. Sergey Pavlovich.
Forgot about him completely.
Curtis Blades. Jalton Almeida. Sergey Spivak at 7. Marcin Tybura at 8. Derek Lewis. Tai Tuivasa. Waldo. Shamil. Mick Parkin at 13. Mick fucking Parkin is ranked.
Hey.
Taliesin Teixeira and Martin Boudet.
No, what's insane is Taliesin Teixeira's had 1 UFC fight and is ranked.
Dude,
Yeah, I don't know how.
literally 85% of those guys.
And he didn't even beat a ranked guy.
milk
I don't know
bags.
how
He beat Junior Taffa by crushing his fucking nose into his
and then
skull.
he just got tossed up into the top 15. There's like, fuck it.
85%.
But you know what's
of those
crazy?
guys
I
are
would pick
milk
Taliesin
bags.
Teixeira against like half these motherfuckers because there's nobody good. Like nobody's good.
How did
Dude,
they let this happen? How did they let a whole division
Remember,
slip through their
fucking
fingertips
Cain
like that?
Velasquez, Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir.
dude.
I mean, dude,
Oh
there
my
was so many
God.
good guys at that. Fucking Stipe was at the top of his game. DC. I mean, dude, what?
This is karma
Dude, that's
for
the
them
thing.
not signing
The
fucking
guys that
Fedor.
usually would be
Karma.
fighting in the and I've made this point several times, but the guys that usually would be fighting in the UFC at that weight have gotten nutritionists and they've gotten to a manageable 285 and they are playing other sports because they are incredibly
But even then you got
rugby and internationally they're playing football, they're playing basketball.
Y'all think the UFC pays Almeida a little extra just to be a heavyweight, even though he's very clearly light heavyweight? They're like, dude, please, we need somebody athletic up here.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like
No.
I legitimately could if light heavyweight was better, I could see them being like, hey Alex, you lost your title. Here's a little bit of money to go up and fight Tom. Like
light heavyweight used to be the cream of the crop. Like,
But that's
Chuck
what's
Liddell,
crazy is light heavyweight's
Rampage,
light
Rashad.
heavyweight's almost worse. Light
It
heavyweight's
is, yeah.
almost worse.
Magomed, Alex Pereira, which Alex Pereira is obviously a star, but Yuri Prohaska, he's a star. Other than that, you got Carlos Olberg, Jamal Hill, Jan, Alexander Rakic, Khalil Roundtree, Dominic Reyes, Volkan Ozdemir, Nikita Krylov, Johnny Walker, Azamat Mirzkhanov, Zhang Mingyang, Bogdan Guskov, and
I'm
Alon.
gone. I will say,
Bogdan's
I do think the light
Bogdan's
heavyweight,
coming.
I think the light heavyweight division is a little bit more talented, but there's something about it.
It's just like, I don't know, man. The heavyweight and light
Heavyweight, you've got it. Well, the thing is, heavyweight, you don't have anything coming up. Light heavyweight, you have Zhang, you have Guskov, you have you have, I guess, Khalil kind of in the background. Carlos
Olberg.
I think he's kind of one-dimensional, but he's there.
Jamal Hill's still there. He's never gonna really.
Yeah, that's the thing is you have the problem with heavyweight.
Too, like Alex and Yuri, they're both getting old. You know, Yuri's not that old, but he's in wars every time he fights. And Alex Pereira is also in wars a lot of time he fights. And Jamal Hill, he's there. He'll probably stay there for a while, but Rakic is just never gonna. I don't think he ever wins a title.
No, he doesn't.
Reyes is on his way out. Volkan Ozdemir is never gonna win a title.
Problem with Rakic is he's got the talent. He doesn't have the heart. That's the issue with Rakic. Yeah, also, Sniper said something. Sniper said something. I'm curious what your guys' take is on it. Brock Lesnar was not that good.
He was not. No, he was just strong as fuck and a good wrestler. And
kind of like my take on Joe Piper, but like still.
I mean, at the time in heavyweight, it made a difference to be that strong and that good of a wrestler.
Also, he was fighting 46-year-old. He fought 46-year-old. He fought fucking 46-year-old Randy Couture.
Well, he also beat Frank Mir, which was pretty impressive. But
that's a good win. That's a good win. That's a good win.
Yeah, they split, but he also beaten Frank Mir as a WWE guy coming in. That's pretty impressive. But yes, no, I don't agree, or I don't disagree. Brock Lesnar was not that good of a fighter. He was just so strong and had that fucking Midwestern fuck you mentality that
he came in right at the perfect time because it was a transition. Tim Sylvia
donkey stomped by Kane.
You got
we need to get Maya Lesnar or whatever his daughter's name is in the heavyweight division. She will save the day.
Honestly, hey, you know what? Low key, Gable Stevenson. He's been training with Syndicate MMA. If anybody's been watching UFC Embedded, he's been training with Syndicate. His hands are still very obviously pretty green from what I saw, but he's hitting the mitts. You give that.
I wish he did this a long time ago instead of just dicking around doing everything else for the longest time.
And I got cooked for that take. I was like, he is very obviously built for MMA. He's going to fuck up. I think he's going to fuck up so many people.
I think he was genuinely just did not want to get punched in the head.
He's like 24. How old is he now? He's like 24, I think.
Oh, fuck. He's got time.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. But damn, dude, could have been.
Literally,
he was doing everything else. Doing everything else.
He could start 10 years from now and still have time.
I think he picked up a couple of shifts at my local McDonald's.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, I swear I saw him in a fucking Studio Ghibli film or something like that. Dude, he did WWE, went back to collegiate wrestling, lost, went and fucking did this, that, whatever. I think he was on the Jackson podcast. That Jackson podcast, bad luck because it makes everybody look fucking terrible. Look at Kevin Holland because I think it did the same thing for Gable if I remember right. But yeah, fuck. Anyway, well,
I just asked if anybody had any questions.
While we're waiting on those, I want to give it a quick shout out. So behind the scenes, I won't show it because I don't want the algorithm.
You want another shot of water?
Yes, I actually got a shot of water ready.
I'm sick of your lies.
the beverage that I was drinking tonight, boys, because behind the scenes I always give a review. We're gonna go 7.6. Not terrible, drinkable. I would get it again.
This Mandarin Orange seltzer water, absolute banger. 10 out of 10.
This is like
Bosh.
oh bosh. This is
Oh.
sweet. This is sweet. I don't know if you saw. I think I'll tell you about it later. Anyway, good, solid wood. It's the second place.
Okay.
I've had 3 of these now. Second place. It's second place. I think that might be first. Fuck, it's pretty decent. I might give it a higher than 7.6. Any questions, folks? I got a question. Because I'm getting a little tired. Trying to think of something fun. Oh, I was gonna say, a good walkout I didn't give a shout out to? Mike Perry Halo.
Halo.
Yeah, dude. That's a good shout out.
The boys in the back ruined that moment for me a little bit.
Oh really? Dude, I love that show. Do they
well, it wasn't the boys in the back. It was just the guy. It was on Ariel's show, but they were talking
Frank.
about how he did mean to walk out to that song originally, and then he switched it to something else. So the whole thing about him thinking that it was going to be the Halo theme song is unfortunately not true. That kind of crushed it. It's still hilarious. But
No, I don't give a fuck about that. I still think it's hilarious he walked out to it.
The whole thing about him thinking it was going to be the Halo theme song, and then it was that, and he just rolled with it. That was like really funny. When I found that out, I was like,
Let me guess. Frank ruined it.
I don't know. They kind of like said it in conjunction. I think it was Frank, but I
fucking Frank. I gotta call
Frank regardless. It could be my boy GC, but we're blaming Frank. It doesn't matter.
Dude, no. If you watch the show, Frank gets the fucking blame for everything. So I'm blaming Frank. Also, do you know they got a hotline now? I need to call the hotline and ask him a question.
I know when that hotline rings.
It's like 1-800 something BITB. BITB is what I remember.
That can only mean one thing. I want to join those crooners on Instagram. Y'all seen those guys?
Yeah.
Plug walk.
Plug walk. And the fucking
know how my plug talk.
And like the look he gives, he's like,
yeah, the way they say skirt cracks in the ad libs. Skirt.
They just they've done Bad and Bougie, and they did Walk It Like I Talk It.
Yeah.
Dude.
Mo Bamba. They did Mo Bamba.
My favorite one's still Plug Walk's the best song.
Plug Walk's elite.
Plug. It's just because it works so well with the music, but
and the aesthetic they use too is just perfect.
Yeah, they use what me and Squared use a lot of times.
The CVS pharmacy in the background.
yeah. They use the fuzz. What is that, Squared? What's the fucking filter called? I can't think of what it's called. Noise. They use noise.
Yeah, they use a high noise. Yeah.
All right, we taking this. We doing this drink of water?
Yep.
All right. Here's a good drink of water for you guys. His freaking Flint, Michigan water. Also, again, because
his water is Ford Model T.
So American greatness.
Yeah. His water's a little tougher than my water. I gotta take.
I like how he keeps prefacing that. Wow.
Reference.
And I haven't had any Flint, Michigan water tonight. No.
I've had too much Flint, Michigan water, and this dude's more flinted out than I.
Chillicothe Mudcats? Is that what that says?
Yes, sir. Chillicothe Mudcats. You said it right?
I know Chillicothe.
Okay, yeah. Most people call it Chillicothe. Chillicothe.
I know Chillicothe. I work in logistics.
It's a collegiate.
Way too many cities around the country.
It is a collegiate level baseball team. It's just below AAA, so they're like collegiate level. Dudes that are waiting for college baseball to start, essentially, come to teams like this. And it's pretty – I watched fucking great game the other night. I'm also planning on going on.
You fucking stupid.
Mudcat sounds like a slur. Just gonna put that out there.
That does sound like a slur.
No, Mudcat is a fucking. It's like a blue cat or a flathead, like channel cat. You guys go fishing?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Yeah, I go fishing. I fish for bass.
Yeah, it's a mudcat is a channel cat essentially, or like a flathead, or like a blue cat. It's a. I think
What does a screwdriver have to do with this?
Huh?
Flathead? Fuck. I tried to make a joke.
Oh,
Yikes.
anyway,
Yikes.
You know, this might be the last time
taking
you'll
a
ever
drink of
see
water.
me, and you'll feel bad about not laughing at my funny joke. You'll say, man, I wish he was here right now. He'd be cracking the funniest jokes, but here we are sitting in our unfunny world without Squared.
Darn.
Okay.
Well, boys,
Did nobody have any questions for us?
Nobody had any questions for us because they hate us, but
It's fair. I hate me too.
that's okay. I hate Knuckles as well, so.
hey man, come on, man. Hey man, come on, man.
Come
Plug
on,
one.
man. All right, Joe Biden.
Plug
Come
one.
on, man.
I
Come
will
on,
say-
man.
Come on, man. I will say next live we got to harmonize the crooner plug walk.
Plug one.
Plug one.
We gotta.
We'll
I don't
practice.
even understand how
Boys,
this
we gotta
fucking
fucking. You know what we gotta do? You know what we gotta do for the boys? We gotta get another fighter back on. We have not had a fighter on in a minute.
Been thinking about that.
Yeah.
That's also like partially my fault because I've been lacking.
You're the
I've had
personality. You're the guy who likes to talk people up.
Or talk people
That's
down.
your specialty.
It's either
Well-
up or down. There's nowhere in between.
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can get our get a couple of
Why
our
don't you try
former
to get
guests on.
Joe Pfeiffer on here?
I'll interview him.
No, no. I didn't do that.
Whoa, dude.
They just call that a handshake in Philly. You
was
gotta
just,
hit him
that
with
was-
something different.
That
He's
is a
talking
handshake
about
in Philly. I mean, it's
like one of those like water guns.
yeah, dude.
It's like a
Everything's
No.
water. Everything's water tonight.
bubble
Water
gun.
based, dude. We're hydrated. We stay hydrated. But no, we'll get some people on. We got fuck. We got people. Fuck. I need to go to bed.
I got people hitting me up to be on the show. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You think people will believe that?
We've been picking and choosing lately, so
Yeah,
we're-
Holy shit, Anderson Silva. Stop trying to get on our fucking pod, dude.
Dude, I told John Jones we wouldn't have him on until he took the fucking fight. I said, stop contacting me. I said, get the fuck away from me, dude. Take the fight, or I'm not talking to you again. And John just said, fuck you then. I was like, okay, whatever, John, fuck you then.
we're getting stupid. Let's close this thing out, boys.
I'm laughing at myself. That was pretty fucking good. That was pretty good.
All right. Appreciate everybody tuning in for another episode of Bench Burner Live. Clearly, we love spending time with you guys. We just fucking make a good time of it, and you guys make it. We just come on here to have a good time, and you guys like to listen to us for some reason, and we'll take it. And we appreciate you. We do this for every pay-per-view card. The live episodes are always the most fun. We just get a little unhinged and have a good time with you guys. And we appreciate you guys watching and tuning into the chats and everything you guys do for us. It's awesome. Yeah. UFC 316, better card than most people are saying it is, and we can't wait to watch it and can't wait to see what you guys think about it and see what you guys think about this episode. So, Matt, what's up? Squared.
God, you fucking suck. Hell yeah, boys. That was a lot of fun talking to y'all. I love everybody so much, especially Max. Stupid ass, dumb ass.
That was the first time I did that all night, dude.
Second time. And also
I call myself-
should never be doing it. Regardless, great time talking, chatting it up with you boys. as always, looking forward to the fights. Follow us on our first and foremost, if you got a comment section within arm's reach of you right now, answer the question that we asked at the top of the pod, which is, correct me if I'm not phrasing it right, what is the most iconic walkout
Song.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And your favorite.
And what is your favorite? Yeah.
All right. So answer that question.
Dude just didn't understand the question at all. Okay.
Follow us on our socials, X at bench_burner, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, everywhere else under the sun at Bench Burner Sports. You'll find us there. Content coming. I'm doing the poster series as we do for all pay-per-views. I'll be posting a poster on our page probably tomorrow. So be on the lookout for it. Knuckles.
Yeah, like Squared said, tune in. Answer the question. Chime in with some comments. Fuck, dude. I mean, interact with us at all. We love people interacting with us. Obviously, we do this just because we love to do it, love to talk about sports, but we also love your guys' input, and that's probably like the most important part. We want to hear from everybody because it's super fun hearing from the people and other fans that like the sport just like us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to 316. And yeah, like we were saying earlier, this card's a lot better than we thought it was. Yeah, just super excited.
Talking about it got me really in the mood for it, honestly.
Huh?
Said talking about it got me really in the mood for it.
Yeah, same, dude.
I'm excited.
I'm kind of pumped. Like, I mean, I thought the undercard was really good, and I thought the main card was pretty decent too. But like, just looking at it overall, like, I think there's going to be some decent finishes. It is so weird in Dana, man. I hate giving him shout outs all the time, but he's right when he says that the cards you don't like. This is one of the cards we think that is going to kind of just be a card. Watch Merab fucking pull off some crazy ass TKO or submission or a sub, or watch Sean O'Malley heel hook the motherfucker or something, and watch. I mean, Kayla Harrison's probably gonna dog walk, but like, I mean, there's a lot of them, man. Watch just finishes just come out of nowhere. So yeah, tune into the card. Also hit us up on our socials, like Squared said, even our each individual socials, if you wanna talk. We're here for anything, everything. Also, it is. Let me not be mistaken because I take this very seriously. I do believe it is. It is Men's Mental Health Month.
Yep.
I know I know it is also another thing, but I want to say it is Men's Mental Health
thing.
I'm not discriminating. I support. I'll just say, great for them.
Spit it out, brother. Spit it out. What do you gotta say?
Thanks. Great for you guys. But June is Men's Mental Health Month. Me and Max have said this on past podcasts over the years. Shit, we've been doing this for Max. It's been over 2 years now.
Mental Health Month was last month, buddy.
No, it wasn't. It's June.
Yeah, it is.
June is Men's Mental Health Month.
Oh, you're right. You're actually right. Sorry. Mental Health Month in general is in May, but
hey, it might be Men's Mental Health Month, but I'm about to bully this motherfucker. No, but anyway, no. But yes, Men's Mental Health Month because we are very serious. Also, women's mental health matters 100%. We appreciate you, and if you guys want to chime in, you gals want to chime in, we will talk to you. But me and Max have been been advocates about this in the past. We've been doing this shit for like over 2 years now. And I think over 2 years now, right now, Max? Max has been 2 years.
Well over 2 years. But yeah, going off what he said,
yeah. That's I want to say because it's the first part of the month. So yeah, we're here for you.
Yeah. Also, men die at 4 times the rate of suicide than women. The suicide rate among males is 4 times higher, 22 per 100,000
Why are you making it a competition?
kill themselves. Or
We're better. No.
I don't
No,
know.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
So good.
Number one, let's go.
But yeah, we're here. Also, speaking of men's mental health,
Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody.
yeah, number one, talk to somebody. But
Yeah.
been working on a little bit of a man who is very in tune with his mental health lately. Stay tuned for a Baku highlight reel coming up from Old Knuckles coming up here soon for a fighter coming that's going to be fighting at Baku. Very, very big advocate, Mr. Khalil Roundtree. Stay tuned for an edit coming up for him. I know you guys, and I might even, you know what? I might be a nice guy. I might be just a plain old G and post that on the Bench Burner podcast account because we don't get enough love there. So give us some more love on our posts, is what I'm saying. But yeah, stay tuned for a Mr. Khalil Roundtree edit. But anyway, in what I'm saying, because I always go long-winded because I drink too much water, so I get a little bit too waterlogged. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm fairly waterlogged right now on a Wednesday night. Hope you guys are doing well. Men's Mental Health Month. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in this card. Watch it from the beginning. I think this is going to be a good card. Also, shout out Patchy Mix, one of my favorite fighters. Shout out Patchy Mix, and fucking enjoy the card, boys. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick while these guys say anything else they have to say.
Nothing else to say. Have a good night, everybody. We love you so much. Thank you again for tuning in.
Stay hydrated.
You guys make the show, and we don't deserve it, but we appreciate it. So love you guys. Have a good night.
Merab.
Merab.
Who showed up late?
That was a good one. I like that one.